Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm back at Roseville Moparts. I got my ratty clothes on, doing a little bit of work in the garage, putting some things together. So we're gonna take a little bit of a shop tour with Ryan, and we're gonna see what they're working on. So what's going on, Ryan?
I don't know.
Not much, man. So
This is the car, if you watch the Autorama update,
yes.
pre-show or at show, this was just the bare body.
Okay.
So this is the completed, well, it's like 99.5% done. It probably, there's a few things missing. If most people can, spot it, they'll tell.
Yeah.
Just for, mainly because we had a customer that was looking to buy the car. He kind of made some specific choices that he wanted, like no headrest, so we left the headrest off. But then, of course, when push come to shove, hey, the car's done, and then kind of backed out. So it's just like, okay, now we don't have headrest on a car. I mean, it's just simple, drill some holes and
Sure.
mount it. It's already ready
This
to go
is
for it.
one more step that you got to do, that you weren't.
Yeah.
But
other than
hey,
that,
things come up, right?
Yeah, it's got about 100 miles on the car since we finished it, so
Okay.
it runs pretty good.
I still dig that car, man.
Yeah, that's got about 300-400 miles on it. That car's are old, reliable. It drives pretty good.
Getting any traction on that one?
Yeah, I mean it's a '69 Cornet, so if there's a Charger, it'd have been gone by now. But
Sure.
we're not hard posting them because we're using them more for advertising still. So.
But yeah, if somebody comes and really wants it, right?
Oh, if someone threw cash at us today, yeah, sure. I'll deliver it.
Right. Well,
they are for sale.
show me what's going on, man. Let's take a walk here.
Yeah. Got some more tires in.
Oh yeah, tires. Got another
Polyglass tires.
date-coded 440 there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I see you guys moved a couple cars around.
Yeah, we got some more used stuff we've been moving around.
Gotcha.
Actually, these three cars are the last three we have for sale right now.
Okay. So you guys are a QA1 dealer?
Yep. We got the QA1 stuff. We had a couple like full kits and stuff.
So the Dart's a 70, right? And it's a
70 Dart Swinger.
4-speed?
Yep.
Or 3-speed?
No, originally a 3-speed car, but has a correct date-coded correct 4-speed in it now.
Okay.
So it's a numbers
That's
correct block, but not the original engine. The trans is correct, but not to that car. So it's
Yeah.
my dad's Hemi Y2 Sunfare Yellow Hemi Roadrunner. This will be the Hemi that goes in it.
Okay. Is that thing that's pretty much ready to go?
Pretty much, yeah. It came out of a running and driving car from Akuta. The guy wanted to put a 392 in it, so we traded him the 382 and some other stuff for the engine. So.
Wow. Would you say Sunfire Yellow?
Sunfire Yellow, yeah. Same color as my mod top car too.
Okay.
So it'd be
Yeah.
funny to have the mod top car in the Hemi.
Yeah.
This is a 73 Dart. It's still waiting its turn. Hopefully in the next week or so, we should start mocking up the rear end. It's going to be a 4-link. It's going to have a 6.1 Hemi in it. So basically 400 horsepower in an A body.
Yeah.
Should be pretty good.
That'll be fun.
But modern horsepower, so more like a 700 horsepower 318.
Yeah, it does kind of seem that way, right?
Yeah. This is a customer car. He was at our show.
Okay.
We got all the show coverage. This was their B5 blue interior with white houndstooth. Pretty cool car.
So the TAs.
It's a real TA.
Okay.
So it does have the side exhaust. It's pretty much mostly all correct for the most part, except it has a Tremec 5-speed, kind of like your Super B. It's got a, still got the old school carbs and everything, and that side's all the same. But he's just running the Tremec 5-speed because he likes driving the car. He drives on the freeway. It's here for pinion vibration, basically, same thing you were battling.
Yeah,
So
right.
we're having to shim stuff and move stuff around.
So did all these TAs have the rear louvers?
Not all of them, and not all of them were vinyl top cars either. So you could get a painted roof and a non-louvered window. This car, I'd have to look and see how correct it is to have the louvers, but
Sure.
they did come with louvers, and then this is a TA-specific thing to have the antenna on the back deck lid or on the quarter panel. The AARs were the same exact way.
Man,
So.
restorations and all that, I mean, it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, we're a little shoehorned in right now. This is a customer, local guy.
340?
Yep, 340, 70 Challenger.
And that's the engine for it?
Yep, it's going in the machine shop. It's got basically a death vibration, so we think that it's just a balance issue.
Gotcha.
So, but real triple black car. It's not a side stripe car, but it is a black with white houndstooth. So like, it's got two white houndstooth cars, but
Yeah.
luggage rack car. So depending on what the machine shop bill and all that comes back as, he might have us do some more cosmetic work to it, like put the correct 71 glide molding on it, put the luggage rack back on the car. So he's just eager to get it back fixed because he's been battling that vibration so bad. It makes the car just not fun to drive. So
I get it.
he just refuses to drive it. But
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at, and that's why I'm here, getting parts.
yeah.
And then I haven't seen this one yet.
So rumor is it's all numbers matching 73 Roadrunner. We verified that. AC car, 400 blocks. So it's a real 400 big block car. So that's kind of rare. Real petty blue car. From what we can tell, this looks like original paint.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know the history of the car fully, but
sure.
It's been cosmetically restored. Like the transmission's way too clean. The engine's pretty clean.
Oh yeah, let's take a look.
Suspension's pretty clean.
Let's take a look up front here.
The car's
8-track.
well done. There's no tape lines that we can see, so it definitely looks like more of an original paint job. So like this all looks like original paint, or at least an old paint. But you know, stickers are still correct and you know, old. So you know, it looks like it's never been really taken apart. So
Gotcha.
I'm sure the engine and trans have been out of it because like the pump looks like refinished. The air cleaner's kind of somewhat the wrong color. You know, the engine's pretty well painted. So, but it's a really nice car. It's a really nice driver.
It was a nice car.
Runs great. You know, if we got a transmission issue, we're having to rebuild the trans. So we get a quote for rebuilding it. We got to send it out. I don't have anybody in shop or in the Chrysler dealership next door that can rebuild it. So
Gotcha.
one of our old guys runs the shop now, so I just happen to do them. So
Yeah, it's a sharp car. It's nice.
but 727 car, so you know, should be a fun little cruiser once he gets it back together.
Right on. Man, look at these guys caught my eye.
This actually just came in today. This is here for some cosmetics, touch-ups and stuff, and fixing electrical remnants he's got going on, like headlights, turn signals. Gauges are kind of a little ambitious with like, you know, you fire it up, it's barely cold, but yet it says 250 degrees, so.
Yeah, I think that's something that Chrysler or Mopar, you know, their electrical systems are pretty weak.
Yeah.
You know, they could have done better there.
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys, the first thing they do is bypass the ammeter, right? I mean, you don't want to have a fire and...
Yeah, so pretty much every single one of these cars, if they've ever been restored, they always have a dim light situation with the brakes, the tail lights, because if you don't clean these grounds properly, like the actual studs to the housing, like how it holds all together, your brake lights would be dim. So 9 times out of 10, that's usually the fix. This car actually has really good brakes or brake lights, but
so this would be like a Tor Red, or what is?
Tor Red, or I have to look at the fender tag, but yeah, Tor Red or Rally Red or whatever the color is.
I know I always get confused sometimes between like the Plymouth and the Dodge, and then when I post something on social media,
it's all the same.
I know, but the guys will call you out, that's not the color, you know. I'm like, all right.
But yeah, just a nice 383 air grabber, you know.
Okay.
Just kind of a nice clean little driver.
Yeah, I always dig the air grabber.
Yeah. So it was an E5 car, so yeah, it should be like Rally Red or Tor Red, depending on Chrysler or Plymouth. But
Yeah, it's nice.
it's got a tiny mild cam in it, and you know, pretty stock exhaust, so it's pretty quiet. But it's a nice car. It drives okay. You know, we're gonna fix some things to make it drivability.
For its age, you know.
Well,
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more you could do, a lot of money you could throw at it to make it perform to today's standards, to keep up with traffic. I mean, the freeway speed limit's 70 miles an hour, you know, it's not like back in the day.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people put the Gen 3 Hemis in them now.
Yeah, different transmissions and stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was at.
Yeah, like the GM or Ford, you know, TKO, TKX.
Right.
You know, 5-6-speeds, Tremec, you know, TR6060s, you know, those make the cars drive even better. You know, as you know,
Right.
a stock 4-speed, you're kind of limited on freeway speed.
A little bit, unless
Opinion, tire ratio, you start playing with that.
Wow.
You know, you're splitting hairs, but.
Now this guy, man, so we'll see. It says 57.
Yeah, so we're repainting it. It's just got some minor stuff. It's got a little bit of rust bulbing out, paint cracking, you know.
Okay.
It's lived. It just needs a little bit, you know, kind of knock down some of the paint in some areas to see how bad it's rotting. You know, just touch them some spots. Otherwise it's a very, very nice car.
It really is.
It really doesn't need anything, like it doesn't need a full strip down and restore. It just needs basically probably put the top down, pull the moldings off and kind of see what's going on underneath, you know.
Do you happen to know if those are the original wheels or not?
I don't know if these are the original wheels.
Yeah.
They're definitely not the original tires, I would have to say.
Right.
You know, it's probably a Coker, you know, replacement rubber, but the rims I would have to look and see.
Yeah, but I mean, it's pretty sharp. That's I'm just asking, you know.
My 50s history is very minor.
Same here,
I
man.
definitely don't know. I don't even know how to pop the hood on this thing, to be honest.
It's all right.
I don't even know. But it's got
Well,
a 391.
maybe next time.
392 Hemi.
Okay.
You know, all Imperials were basically Hemis for this year, so that was like, it's like a GTX. It either was a 440 or a Hemi. That's the only way you got it, you know. So,
Just really, really sharp.
you know.
Yeah, look at that. The mirrors are up here. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, the trim and stuff, it all looks good. Car's straight.
Yeah, a lot of his cars are very, 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 very nice. You know, this car is extremely nice.
You mind if I open it up?
Yeah.
Or you open it up? You do that. Wow.
Courtesy lights come on. All the electronics seem to work. So
And the dash is nice. The interior is real nice.
yeah,
I like that they had the crowns and all the stuff. Wow.
I'm sure the car was restored a few years
There's
ago.
Imperial down there.
Within the last, you know, probably 20 or 30 years, just because, you know, a lot of the rubbers are still nice. The top looks really good. I don't know his history of the car or what he's had specifically done to it. But
Super cool. Love it.
pretty clean car.
Yeah, and you don't see a lot of the really old stuff in here.
Nope.
A lot of times it's
Mainly
classic.
it's all Mr. Gonning's cars if it's going to be anything old. So,
Okay.
like this car, however, this truck, that's not, this is a customer project that came from some of the buy shop guys we hired. They kind of brought over some projects with them, and this was one of them. So
Okay.
it's nearing completion. It's
Kind of surprised me to see a Ford in here, you know, but
we're definitely not brand shy when it comes to certain projects. But I don't know how many more Fords we may work on. You know, it kind of depends. But
yeah.
this car, we've pretty much gone through everything, touched everything.
Oh wow. It's nice.
A lot of the stuff we went through, except for mainly like the engine, we kind of like more cosmetically cleaned it up. But a lot of it's all the customer parts. We didn't put any of the speed parts on it. I mean, you say speed parts, but it's, you know, this truck probably made 50 horsepower back then, and you know, it's
I'm sure it's not.
55 or something.
I'm sure it's not much, yeah.
But we
That's
ordered
just-
fuel pump. We should have that today.
Okay.
Or in the next couple of days. It needs another master cylinder now because the original one is wasted. So
That's a sharp truck.
yeah, we just got the mirrors mounted on literally Friday. So hopefully we'll have this thing on the road. Hopefully next week maybe. Yeah,
And,
the first test drive. I drove it when it was still pretty ratty before we tore it down, but
Okay.
it's pretty much ready to go. Hopefully back to the customer before the end of the year.
And then I see we have our friend's 70 Roadrunner
Yeah.
convertible in here.
Yeah,
And,
we're getting pretty close on that. You
Okay.
know, we just got the carb put back together. Trying to find a rebuild kit for it was getting hard for some reason, just because I don't know why. It's just a one specific
I think it's just
carburetor
an
model.
older Holly, right?
Yeah, but just for some reason, the designation supersedes to another series carburetor, but that series of carburetor doesn't have the correct rebuild kit in it.
Mhm.
So we kind of had to modify a gasket kit to make it work. I'm sure somebody has a super uber correct kit that we should have bought, but
But it runs.
we're a Holly
No,
dealer,
right?
and that's what they told me to buy. So, but yeah, it fires right up. It like turnkey fires, no problem.
No. Let's take a look at this. Yeah.
You know, it fires pretty much right up. It's a little gassy, a little smoky, just because it, you know, the exhaust is original. It's kind of taking it with itself as we, you know, turn it up. But
I mean, you guys just got it running, so
yeah, new
There's
plug
gonna
wires, fuel
be-
tank, fuel lines, brake lines, master cylinder, new rubber hoses, gaskets.
alternator.
Yeah.
Right?
The engine has all of its original gaskets. It's not leaking anything, so we had to rebuild the radiator because that was pretty much shot and wasted. So
Okay.
some stuff does look a little too new, like the alternator is pretty new.
Yeah.
But we tried to save what we could, but some stuff just wasn't working. Somebody took the Roadrunner horn off and put a conventional horn, so we put the Roadrunner horn back on.
Sure.
Per our friend's wishes, wanted to put the horn back on it, so we got that going.
So pretty solid though, right?
Yeah,
I mean, there's some cosmetic type stuff, but I
It's gonna
mean,
definitely probably need a fender. The hood's probably savable. It just needs to be buzzed down and probably mudded up and fixed, metalwork a little bit. The underside of the car, it probably could use probably about 10 or 15 grand really worth of bodywork and metalwork, new replacing stuff. The windshield's like the next thing to come out and get replaced. I'm still waiting on a quote back from my windshield guy because he's like, taking forever.
that's definitely something that I like to replace as well. Just get a new windshield on there.
Yeah, this one's shattered, so it definitely needs it. So.
But overall, I mean, I see some scars and things like that. I mean, this car's lived.
It's definitely lived. It's definitely seen some better days. But this quarter's been replaced at one time because the Roadrunner emblem is missing. They filled it completely. So, and if you look down, I mean, you can't really see it.
Sure, I believe you.
You need to get up in there, but you can see the mud holes from where they pushed mud through the.
Oh yeah.
Then mudded over it and repainted it. So, but the car has been off the road for quite some time. I don't remember what Marty said, how long it's been off the road. But for what it is, it's very nice. It's definitely a barn find.
Top works?
As
Do you know if
far
the-
as we know,
Okay.
we got to get back with it and kind of check with it.
Yeah, you might have to be careful. It might be kind of crispy,
Yeah.
but you never know,
I think
right?
we've gotten it up one time, but don't quote me. It's been a long week.
For sure.
But,
Man, super cool. And then I see this Charger's still in here, and you guys were doing.
Pretty much 95% completed. It's pretty much ready to go back to him. We just got to finalize, we put these moldings. We had the glass guy put the back glass moldings on, but it had some drill marks in it that we really didn't notice until we gave it to the glass guy. So we got to pop the back moldings off now, put new ones on.
Gotcha.
Other than that, it drives really good. It's a mild.
But yeah, it's pretty much ready to rock, right? Okay.
The seat covers are from the 90s, so they didn't age very well in the box, so you can kind of see the difference.
Yeah.
Stark white how it should be, and aged. But it's a year out on seat covers, and he just wants to drive his car. So
Yeah, isn't that something? It's just everything's backed up, man.
yeah. The
And
Charger
then-
on top of it, that's the elephant build.
This thing
It's
is
still waiting.
wicked.
It's turned. The engine and trans are hard mounted for the last time, minus some K-frame washers we had to do just to shim the K-frame to get the engine to fit a little bit better. But
Gotcha.
our goal is to have it fired up and maybe its first burnout before the end of the year, but we'll see.
Yeah.
The goal is to hopefully maybe have it done for Autorama and take that to Autorama, but we'll see.
Okay. So Dana 60, and then looks like you got some Willwoods or some sort of new brake system.
This brake kit all the way around. It's got an RMS front suspension, but more of a stock style leaf spring with Caltrax setup.
Caltrax, yeah. Okay.
He just prefers the Caltrax and how they ride, preferably rather than the 4-link. Preferably, I like the Caltrax a little bit better, just because it's not as harsh of a ride. But it's gonna have coilovers in the front suspension.
I know my buddy Wayne, he really likes it on his 67 Satellite, and that car just leaves great, and it's straight.
Yeah, I mean,
So that's
to be
cool.
honest, this car's gonna make probably just over 1,000 at the tire. So realistically, it's gonna be virtually undrivable with no traction control, ABS, or anything. So at the track, he'll have to put a serious tire under it to really get it to hook. But it's got an automatic 8-speed, so if that thing starts spinning, he can just start clicking up the gears and get a 200-mile-an-hour wheel speed burnout going if he really wants to. So
Wow, let's take a little bit of a closer look.
He's got a Demon 170 that he ordered through us, so we'll have that coming soon. So that's going to be more of his fun beater, faster car, because that'll keep him straight for the most part. But then this thing will just be for,
It's
taking
clean,
it to car
man.
shows and just beating on it. So
You guys are doing a nice job on there.
yeah, shop out in Canada did all the paint and body work on it, and
Okay.
we're just doing all the mechanical pretty much. So the goal is to get the car running and driving, and then it'll go back to Canada to get the interior put in it, and then from there it'll probably come back to us for a local show. The guy lives out in Chicago area, so his goal is to, once it's done, he's going to drive it from Chicago back to us to for our car show possibly. So,
Now that sounds cool. That's my kind of cruising there, right?
yeah,
Okay.
this car's going back to the customer.
Okay.
It pretty much exceeded what his idea of restoring or fixing the car was going to be.
Gotcha.
It's a lot rougher, so.
So say, see Hearst on there, so it's manual car.
Yeah, it was a 318 car that was swapped over to a 444 speed, so The swap was done pretty well. The engine's pretty clean. It runs really good, but
Yeah.
the body definitely was not taken care of as well as the engine was. So it needs to be just basically stripped down and kind of restarted for the most part, just because it's just had patch job after patch job after patch job. So.
Gotcha. So it's 70?
Yep, 70 Challenger.
Okay.
It's originally, like I said, a 318 car. It's
Okay.
kind of, it runs and drives, but to be honest, we're not comfortable driving the car or picking it back up on the hoist just because of some of the issues it's got.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get all kinds of stuff, and you guys got to come to an agreement on what you want to do, and you got to go from there, right? And sometimes the owner's got to pony up.
Pretty much, yeah.
But that's the business, right? I mean, restorations and things take a lot of time and a lot of effort, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then basically the twin to that car is sitting over here. That's our next restoration project.
Okay. That's
Kind of buried in the corner.
tucked back, yeah.
This is a local car. You've probably seen it a couple times either at Frankenmuth or throughout the years.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I saw it at your show.
Yep, Tim actually, the guy that you guys just did the Silver Super B video.
Yeah.
He originally owned this car a long time ago and bought it from another mutual customer of ours.
Gotcha.
And that customer actually restored the car back in the late 80s or so. He put the shaker hood on it and everything. But it's a factory 383, air conditioning, black car, white tail stripe, red interior car, so it's pretty rare. It's kind of been hodgepodged when it was first restored, just because it has donor parts. That's why the doors are two different colors on each side. You know, they're two different doors. But
I see it
basically,
now,
we strip
yeah.
it down, put it back to the way it should be. You know, it'll go back to completely black, and you know, it'll just be a really nice show car after this. So it's basically going to start its bag and tag job probably next week.
Okay.
Once that trans job gets, you know, a little bit more rolling around, we get the engine back from the machine shop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of the bigger projects we'll start getting into. So
Yeah, I see you guys got even more and more parts that you guys are sorting out and things, and
yeah,
engines, and man, since the last time I was here.
yeah, we're a little packed right now. So.
Yeah, you guys are kind of, you're pretty busy, so that's good.
Yeah,
It's good to see. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I got probably another 10 or 15 cars that are kind of waiting its turn to come in. So.
Gotcha.
We're trying to get caught up, but I only got 2 guys that are full-time mechanics, and then I got 1 guy that's kind of more of the restoration mechanic. So, and then I got 2 guys in the body shop. So,
Gotcha.
as we're rolling along, our white on white Superbird that we had down at the show, that was just the body in white, that was just in primer. That car is now painted. That car's just waiting its turn to come down here for some soft assembly. I think they're gonna finish assemble it, but we'll see.
Man, super cool. Yeah, you guys are definitely busy, man. Yeah, it's been a little while. I mean, although for me, it's been a little while since I've been here, but it's probably
been about 2 or 3 months. I mean, it's been 1 month since the car show.
Yeah.
A month and a half.
But I do stop up here quite a bit. But all right, guys. Well, that's the update for today at Roseville Moparts. Obviously, you can see they're working on a ton of different things, a lot of different projects, getting a little backed up, but they're doing some good work, and I like to see that they're busy and that these cars are getting back on the road. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you like the video, go ahead and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. And we'll be talking to you later, because now I got to go home and work on my stuff in my garage and see if I can get my car back up and running. So we'll talk to you later. See ya.